Hi my beauties and gents, welcome back to my channel, and it's your girl Miss Slim, and I am here for another sangria and makeup session. For today's sangria and makeup session, we're going to be doing a full Thanksgiving look. Now, I debated several times on if I actually wanted to keep the brow part in this tutorial, but because I wanted it to be like a true 100% start to finish video, I decided to keep it in. So as you can see, I'm outlining the bottom of my brow line, and I'm also drawing one above the top, and I use my Nicka K's brow pencil in the shade Black Brown to do that. Now I'm taking a flat concealer brush and using Morphe's full coverage concealer in the shade Soft Matte to outline the bottom of my brows. Now, I've been using this a lot lately because it really helps to show the true pigmentation of the eyeshadows that I've been using. Now I'm going to take my LA Girls Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer in the shade Cool Tan to outline the top of my brows. Now I'm going to take my Morphe M4 32 brush and use some of their brow cream in the shade Chocolate Mousse to fill in my brows. Now before I actually start the eyeshadow look, I'm going to take that same full coverage concealer in the shade Soft Matte and apply that going forward down past my lids all over, and then use a clean cosmetic wedge to blend it in. For this tutorial, we'll be using Morphe's James Charles palette, and this is their mini palette. The first shade I'm going to use is called Spooky. I'm going to take my pointed liner brush from Sephora and apply that color into the crease of my eye. Once it's applied, I'm going to take my e.l.f.'s blending brush and blend it out. The second color I'm going to use is called 518, and I'm going to repeat the same process. The next color is going to be B, and once again, of course, I'm going to complete the same process, and that's apply it right on top of the orange shade and then blend it out. Now it's time to cut that crease. So I'm going to be using that same Soft Matte shade from Morphe to go ahead and cut that crease. And to do such, I'll be using the same flat concealer brush to make sure that cut is perfect. After I cut the crease, I'm going to be using the shade No Beans to close out my crease. I'm going to apply it at the end of the crease, bring it around, bring it back into the corner of the crease, bring it out around the bottom. Now I'm going to be using the shade called Flashback, and I'm going to just clean up that white concealer that we have left open on our crease, and I'm just going to cover that up with some white, with the white Flashback shade. So of course this is sangria and makeup, so we're gonna have to take a little sip of wine before we get right back into this look. So the featured product, well, one of the featured products for this look is going to be Rebel Glitter Goddess Fall Holographic Leaves, and I'm going to be applying that to the bottom of my lid. It's kind of gonna take place of a liner. I'm not using an actual liner, I'm just using the fall leaves as a liner. And look how bomb that is. Ow. So then I'm going to take about 2 of them and also like place it right at the top, close to where that black and that brown connect. Ew, look at that. Now it's time to finally get into this face. We're going to be using Beauty Treats Perfecting Primer to prime my face. And your girl has been using Juvia's Place products recently. And I was using the foundation, full coverage foundation, Velvety Matte foundation in the shade Angola. So I'll be using my Morphe's foundation brush first because I want to go ahead and clean up any of the excess eyeshadow that may have came off of my lids. I also want to clean up the sides to make it have like a perfect cut, and I also want to cover up the concealer on top of my brows. Now I'm going to use my Real Techniques mini brush. It's like a really small mini foundation brush, but I love it so much. I sprayed a little bit of NYX setting powder. Sorry, not setting powder, setting spray. This is the matte finishing one. And I just used that one to go ahead and just help me blend in all of the foundation. Now I'm using another Juvia's Place product. This is their concealer in the shade 7. Now, a really interesting story. When I was at Ulta, I was going to buy like a really light one because I'm like, oh, I love how they use it on Instagram. It makes it look so bomb. And this guy, he doesn't even work for Ulta. He works for MAC. He was like, no, girl. He was like, go ahead and get you one that complements your skin tone. And guess what? Your girl never looked back. Okay. So now I'm just blending in that concealer under my eyes, every place I put it, you know, in the middle of my forehead, I guess you could say, between my brows. Now I'm going to be using my setting powders from Makeup Revolution. I like to mix 2 of them together. The 2 shades are Banana and Terracotta. And I'm just going to go ahead and cover up the concealer that I put on my face with both of the setting powders. Ooh, time for another sip of wine. Man, I love that sangria so much. Okay, so now I'm going to contour my face. I don't use your normal contouring type of stuff. Your girl is going to use a foundation. Now this is from Ruby Kisses by Kiss, and it's in the shade Ebony, and I'm going to use that to contour this face. I'm gonna go back into that setting powder just to clean up underneath my eyes some more, because I kind of want to have that contour have like a perfect cut. I love perfect cuts. It just makes everything look so much more nicer. If much more kind of makes sense together, I don't know, but to me it does. Now I'm going to line my lips with a Milani liner. I want to say, I think this is in the shade Plum. I think it's Plum. If it's not Plum, I'll be too sure to put it in the description box of the video so you guys can have all the products. Now I'm just using like a simple lip balm on my lips, and it's by Ruby Kisses by Kiss. Okay, now it's time to take off that concealer because I'm done setting. Your girl is baked and ready to go. So I'm going to take my Ruby Kisses by Kiss mineral powder in the shade Cognac. So I'm just going to take that mineral powder and just cover up all of the spots where the setting powder was. Now I'm just going to clean up my brows because I wanted to have a natural start. So I'm just bringing out some of that brow towards the middle. I'm going to take my NYX Matte Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray, one of my favorites. And lastly, I'm going to be using Rebel Glitter Goddess Highlighter. Oh my goodness. Can you say pigmented? Super pigmented. Man, I love it so much. It just really just gave this look a really, really nice holiday type of glam look. Yes, now your look, well, my look is complete. Your girl's gonna have a little sip of this wine, and I just want you all to just enjoy this fabulous start to finish makeup look. And until next time, guys, bye.